Now for the top story, reaction joining us from Tulsa, Oklahoma, Fox News analyst Sarah Palin, who endorsed Christine O'Donnell. So, Governor, what do you think about Mr. Rove's comments?
Well, it wouldn't be prudent of me either to get into a tussle with Karl Rove, as you say, but what the heck? Let's go ahead and do it. Some of these good old boys, and I have nothing against Karl Rove personally, you know, he's the expert, but Bill, some of these folks, they are saying that people like Christine O'Donnell and others, Tea Party Americans, can't win because they don't want them to win, because they know that a Christine O'Donnell, a Joe Miller from Alaska, in gubernatorial races like Susana Martinez and Nikki Haley, these folks are going to shake it up, and they are going to do what's right for America, not necessarily what is right for a political party machine.
But I have to get a little more specificity from you. Karl Rove's a very conservative guy. I mean, across the board, he is a conservative Republican, and he's engineered a lot of victories for the GOP. It doesn't seem to me that his value system is all that much different than Christine O'Donnell's value system, or yours, for example. I think you and Karl Rove and Ms. O'Donnell pretty much in the same sphere. What Rove is afraid of is that Ms. O'Donnell is so inexperienced and not able to make her points in a way that would persuade the independents in Delaware, which absolutely have to vote for her. So she can't win, whereas a more moderate candidate that Rove perhaps wanted in Delaware could win. Don't you see any validity in that?
I don't buy that at all. I think that some of those in the hierarchy of the political machine, on both sides of the aisle, they are very much into some control and titles and egos and everything else. And I'm not saying that, again, about personally Karl Rove, but I think that that's just inherently in the nature of the hierarchy of a political machine. No, what Christine O'Donnell is representing, it's not an extreme position when she just wants a smaller, smarter government and states' rights respected and all those things.
She and Rove are simpatico. As I said, you and she and Rove are simpatico in your positions. Rove is worried about just the hard knocks of campaigning. Look, Miss O'Donnell could be on here tonight, could be presenting herself in front of the nation. Her people don't want her to be, because this is a tough
I grant you that. No, I grant you that. She's going to have to learn very quickly to dismiss what some of her handlers want. Remember what happened to me in the VP? Remember I used to have to sneak in my phone calls to you guys.
I remember getting a call from you at like 11:30 on a Sunday night. I thought it was a prank call, but it was you. Absolutely. I know exactly what you're talking about.
She's going to have to learn that. Yeah, very quickly. She's going to have to dismiss that, go with her gut, get out there, speak to the American people, speak through Fox News, and let the independents who are tuning into you, let them know what it is that she stands for, the principles behind her positions.
Okay. Now, when you see the landscape in the primaries are different than the election. The Tea Party has an enormous amount of power, and so do you. You guys are able in New Hampshire. Your guy won too. I can't even say his name. What's his name up there? What's his name in New Hampshire? Tell me in my ear. Some guy up there won the primary, and you endorsed some governor. All right, nobody knows. Got a long name. He won. Tea Party guy won in New Hampshire, okay? And they won in New York, Palladino, and they won in Delaware. So the Tea Party is really exerting a lot of power. But you know, Governor, come the general election, the Tea Party's not going to have that much power. It will have a say, but it won't have as much as it has in a primary. So how much difference is that going to make?
I think you're forgetting, though, that Tea Party Americans, this grassroots movement, is all about an independent mindset. It's not hardcore right-wing wackos like the liberal media wants you to believe. These are people, Reagan Democrats, people not registered in any party, and yeah, some hardcore Republicans, too. Those who just believe that America is not on the right track right now, and they have some common sense solutions in how they want to see us get back on the right track. So the positions that the Tea Party movement has been embracing is it's mainstream, really, Bill. Well, it's common sense, and that's going to help in a general election.
But look, I say in my new book that the Tea Party are patriots simply for getting the message out and for coming out and loving their country and trying to persuade people that they see it the right way. I have no beef with the Tea Party at all. I'm just worried, not worried, but it'll be interesting to see the numbers in the general election. Now, I have to take you to task for something. Glenn Beck in Alaska with you. When I heard about it too late, but I should have been there as a chaperone. I mean, Beck can get out of control. Putting Beck in a forest with a gun? Is that what you're telling me you're doing out there?
You know, he's up there bragging about this trout that he caught in Idaho. So I have to, one up and say,
But he's
well,
a wimp.
Caught a
Wasn't he a
caribou
wimp?
a couple nights before.
Yeah, you should have left him in the forest. He never would have found his way out. See, you're out there. You know all this stuff. But Beck, I mean, he doesn't even know how to cast. He's like this, right?
He caught a trout somehow, but he didn't catch it in Alaska, come to think of it.
Did he do
You need
anything
to
in
get up there
Alaska,
too, Bill.
like outdoorsy? I mean, did you take a walk or get a cup of coffee, or did he go outside?
He needs to come back up to Alaska to do a little bit more of that and spend some more time, and then we'll see what he's made of.
I could tell you right now what he's made of, Governor. Pudding. All right, Governor, I'm coming up there to see you.
Twinkies.
I'm only giving him a hard time, you know that.